All right, appreciate you.
And I've got a mic for questions.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm ready.
What's up, Colston?
How you
I
doing?
want to ask you, what are your overall thoughts on being here in this atmosphere? How's the turnaround been from last game to this game, being on kind of a shorter week than having a full month prepare for Alabama?
Yeah, it's been, honestly, a blessing just to be here. This is what I've always dreamed of and prayed for, and I'm glad. We came out with the tight win last weekend, but like you said, it is a quick turnaround. But we've been preparing all week, still preparing. Obviously, got a lot of work to go, but looking forward to it for sure.
Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh in the house. Welcome to Houston. Now that you guys are officially just a couple days away from the big game, what are you feeling? What's the pulse of the team right now?
What I'm feeling, everything's big. Everything's big in Texas.
Colston,
big media.
what was it like to have that Monday night celebration and then a quick turnaround to get into this game week?
It was. We flew back Monday night right after the game, so kind of reminisced on the plane ride with all the guys, but then it was right back to work. We know this is what we've been chasing all season. So like you said, it's not finished yet, but yeah, the preparation's been great this week.
What have you seen from Washington's defensive backs? Kind of what have you been able to piece together, and how do you think the offense is going to work in this game on Monday?
Yeah, they're obviously a great team, great, very well coached, kind of always where they need to be. But, I think we got a great game plan. Just do what we do normally. We're going to run the ball, we're going to throw the ball, but I think the big thing for us is just make sure we're perfect on every alignment, assignment, every play, make sure we have no MAs, and think that'll do good things for us.
And Mason Graham on this past week during his teleconference compared Washington to 2021 Ohio State. Do you see Washington in any comparisons to any other teams, or do you think that's kind of a good comparison from what he said?
Yeah, I would say that's a pretty good comparison for sure. They got some lethal receivers for sure on offense, and that quarterback on offense. So yeah, I would say as far as the offensive side, yeah, I would say they're pretty similar.
So what did that practice schedule look like this week? Was it more or less, the less physicality, like leading up to the Rose Bowl, or more film study? What did that look like for you guys?
Yeah, nothing different than what we always do. We had the same, same practices, full padded practices. A lot of meeting time, a lot of just going over the game plan, a lot of watching their looks, seeing different defensive looks and everything. But yeah, nothing different than what we always do. Just a ton of film.
More for you. With all the hype around this game and all the pressure, obviously, on all of you guys, and just sticking together, how does this really take it on your mental health, and how have you been able to prioritize your mental health through all of this, since it's just so taxing, being a student, but also just being in the spotlight for so long?
Yeah, that's a good question. Right now we don't have school, which is nice, so that's one less thing to worry about. But I think it's just like, for me, it's easy because just being surrounded by like all my teammates and the staff, like it makes it easy to come in every day and work and get better, because everyone's kind of got the same mindset. We only got 4 or 5 more days with this team. People are going to move on after this year, so it's like just knowing that just gives me enough motivation to get through it for sure.
Last week I talked to Grant Newsom at Rose Bowl Media Day, and he was talking about how next year guys like Marlon Klein and Zach Marshall could step into those bigger roles. What have you seen from those guys this year, and what they bring to the table?
Yeah. Create rapid growth this year for sure with all those guys. A lot of the young guys especially, but our tight end room is definitely deep. And those guys are like he said, they're gonna be ready next year, especially with this spring ball, get good reps, and then it's open next year, so it's gonna be a good time. Tight end room. Nah, JJ's got it. Oh yeah. Got you. Yeah, oh yeah. My guy, how you doing? Talk to me. Yeah, that'd be cool. That's cool. Yeah, just let me know. All right.
Colston, it's been discussed that Alabama was keying on you, maybe putting some of their secondary guys like Tyrion Arnold and other cornerbacks on you rather than the wide receivers, thinking that was the weak spot of their defense, covering tight ends, covering backs out of the backfield. What do you make of that, and do you think that Washington will take the same approach coming up on Monday?
I think, obviously it shows they got some respect for sure for me, Alabama. But like you said, I mean, we got weapons all over, so it's like you try to take one away, there's going to be another one, out on the outside, or whether that's running backs, quarterback, whatever it is. So I think that's just our team's just so deep, so it's kind of hard to focus on one position when all the other positions are just as good. But I think I'm not sure what Washington will do. I think they're obviously going to have a good game plan, but like I said earlier, we got a great game plan in. We've been preparing our butts off, and just can't wait to get to the game day, see how it happens.
Colston, how much do you pride yourself, you guys, also you're so physical? I mean, I think that's been the big word to describe you guys up front.
Yeah.
Physical, kind of almost old school with using the tight ends with heavy run blocking and that sort of thing. How much do you guys pride yourself in that way physically?
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, ever since January 1st, last January 1st, or right after the TCU game, it's always been just we're going to be the more physical team. We're going to punch you in the mouth. That's just practice. I mean, our practices are so physical. We're always banging pads, but I think we just, as a team, done a great job just adapting that mindset. And our strength coaches do a really good job, and our position coaches, head coach, would do a really good job of making sure we're ready for that. And I mean, you see it on the tape. We a lot of times we try to make it pop for sure.
Transfer portal. Name it like this. Change college football since you've been in it the last couple of years. Have you ever heard of either your teammates or yourself, had players from other programs reach out, given the winning at Michigan, and say, "Hey, I took this, went through another school because of NIL or something else. But what's it like to play at Michigan over this kind of 2 years you've been there?"
So I've heard stories, obviously, of people like going, "Oh, I went here because NIL opportunities," which I totally understand. People make their own decisions and do what's best for them. But I think just here at Michigan, I mean, I got no reason to leave or anything, and I feel like we just got such a strong culture that it's something money can't buy. What's that? Yeah, for sure. I would say so, for sure. Like, if you just spend time in the locker room or just at the facility, you could just tell, like, great camaraderie between, everybody. And I think that's just one thing we definitely got going for us, for sure. What's that? Yeah. Yep. Yes, sir.
Lost one game in 2 seasons.
Yep.
When you look at that loss, do you discard it as a fluke at all, or when you look at it now, the guys?
I mean, I think we could all say we play our best game. We probably should have won that game, but we made mistakes and they beat us, fair and square. So I wouldn't say it was a fluke because we ultimately didn't win the game. So I don't believe in all that kind of stuff. I just believe we got outplayed. Whether it was a lack of focus, lack of detail, or whatever on our part, but hopefully that that's kind of erased from the memory now. Now we're just focused on winning this next game.
Well, wasn't a motivating factor at all this season, or when the season pretty well starts, is all that stuff out the window?
Yeah. I think like right after that game, obviously going into spring ball and everything, it was kind of our mindset was like, all right, anytime anybody gets lackadaisical or anything, just think back to that time. Like we never want to have that feeling again. It was an awful feeling. I think we could all agree on, but I think that's definitely motivated us going into this season for sure.
Colston, you being an Idaho guy, are you recruited by Washington?
No. Well, I was recruited, never got an offer or nothing, but I think Coach Cato, who's the tight ends coach, he was talking to me a little bit.
Surprise you that the Northwest team didn't come looking for the Northwest guy?
Yeah, maybe a little bit, but I'm ever since I visited Michigan, that's the only spot I wanted to be. So proud. Yeah.
And having seen Washington go from a 4-8 team to what they are now, does that surprise you? Because you probably saw, Cato went 4-8.
Yeah. No, that's very surprising. Like I said, they're a great coaching staff. They got great players, great team. They're where they need to be, and you know, you see it on tape. They're just they win a lot of games, crunch time, and they do what they need to do. So yeah, props to them for that for sure.
Colston, Michigan is a big name brand, obviously, in college football. Does it ever surprise you when you hear that they haven't won a national title since '97? What do you think of that?
Yeah, it does surprise me. Just like you said, it's just such a big football name. The fact that we haven't won in that long is crazy. But you know, obviously, this is like we got a really good chance at you know, making history this year. So that's kind of all we're focused on right now.
Is that big global view part of what has driven you guys? I know you have lots of things driving you, but is that part of it that it's been so long?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think, you know, when we're at the facility in the indoor and we got those banners up, you see that year and it's like, man, we got to get one up there.
And just for this season, the way last season ended, the start of this season, what was the toughest part? What has been the toughest thing you guys have had to overcome? Whether it's a game or something else or whatever.
I think the toughest. I mean, we've had some tough games for sure. You know, Penn State, O State, last game. Those are all tough games. But I think probably the biggest thing was just the media and just, you know, all the outside noise this year, which we did a really good job handling, and the coaching staff and all. You know, we kept the circle small, which is really good. But I think that was probably just one of those things that was kind of annoying and just always in the back of the head. You know, you see the media all over, but we did a great job just kind of blocking that out for sure.
Wondering what the hoopla has been like in Ann Arbor since the Rose Bowl win. What's it been like this week?
Hasn't really been anything too crazy. It's kind of just school's out right now, so there's not a ton of people on campus. But you know, I think we got to take care of business, and it'll be a lot crazier in Ann Arbor for sure.
Colston, I know you were talking about, you know, being from Washington a little bit ago. Did you ever go into Husky games or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm not from Washington, but Idaho, yeah. But no, I never went to a Washington game, no.
How big do you expect the passing game to be Monday night?
I think, you know, we're gonna have to see how they play us, but I think that we're just gonna do a good job of having a balance of both. You know, see what looks they give us, and then just adapt on the fly to whatever is working.
Thoughts about JJ? He's risen up this year. He's one of the better quarterbacks in the country.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome to see. Last year he was a great quarterback, obviously, but just seeing in this off season, just being able to just, you know, go out there and throw, catch the ball with him, and just seeing his leadership grow, it's been crazy. And he's whatever he decides to do after the season or whatever, someone's gonna get a great quarterback, or if we get him back, you know, it's gonna be awesome. So.
Two big offenses. Do you kind of go into a game mentally thinking like how it's going to play out? Is it going to be a high-scoring game, defensive battle? Do you look at it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we're obviously not going to know till we know, but I think it'll be definitely. I mean, we're just both well-rounded teams on offense and defense, so I think it's going to be just who can win. You know, at least two phases of the game, whether that's special teams, offense, and defense, and I think that might twist the outcome of the game. But like I said, it's two great teams, so it's gonna be a battle for sure. But we'll see what happens.
Similar question for that. I mean, it's number one, number two.
Yeah.
How special is it that we get this matchup with everything on the line?
Yeah, super special. I mean, someone's gonna be undefeated by the end of this, and that's an amazing record. 15-0. That's hard to do, but man, just can't wait to get out there Monday and show what we can do. Yeah.
Have you considered this is going to be a Big Ten game? Moving forward, having the over in Seattle, and just the whole dynamic of
Yeah. No, I seen like something on Instagram about like how we're gonna be playing them and then Texas and everyone next year. So I think that's great that you know, we get to play them right now, and then we'll get to play them here in a couple months. But I think, just that schedule next year. That's gonna be a great schedule because then there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's gonna be a good schedule and a tough schedule. I think we can come out of there. We come out of there with some wins. We'll be a strong team for sure. Man, I mean, ever since I started playing, probably ever since I can remember, really, I've always wanted to, play. Especially when the playoffs came out, I always wanted to play in a national championship. You see Bama and Georgia, they were kind of running it for a while, but I always just wanted to. I mean, this has always been a big dream of mine and my family's, and the fact that we're here now, it's such a blessing. Yeah, that's pretty big too, because it's all going to change next year. So I think it's, we all kind of know this is a super special year, and definitely got to get it done. Yep.
You're actually kind of a young guy when you look at these rosters.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
a bunch of old guys playing out there for both teams.
Yeah.
I guess, how do you see that dynamic kind of playing out? I mean, is it any coincidence that teams with that kind of experience, or with the 5th and 6th year players that made it this far?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think you see 5th and 6th year players, obviously they've played a lot of ball, played a lot more ball than I have. I think that's one thing is just game reps is those are crucial reps, and kind of really good for a player. But like you said, we got some older guys on the team with a lot of experience too, and we're well prepared. And just like I said, looking forward to it. Yeah, no, thank you. How you doing?
Just some lighthearted ones. If Coach Harbaugh had an NIL deal, what would it be?
It'd be. I feel like it'd be something to do with milk.
Milk.
Yeah, a little milk.
Milk and khakis. There we go.
Oh, khakis. Yeah, khakis is a good one.
What's your favorite sports movie?
Longest Yard.
Longest Yard. There we go. What is the pregame song for you on the headphones before warm-ups?
Many Men, 50 Cent.
There we go. And who is the most underrated dude on this team?
was going to say Mason Graham, but he kind of is up now after last week. But I would say I'm going to stick with Mason Graham. I think he's kind of been underrated all season.
There we go. Thanks, man.
Hey, Colston, when you guys scored, JJ puts the crown on your head. Do you remember how that started and how it's spun out with the rest of the team?
Yeah, I think it started pretty early in the season, but I don't remember how. I think he just started doing it and it's kind of just stuck. But yeah, it's a cool little celebration for sure.
What's the meaning behind it?
The crown? I just want to say, like, I think it's like you just score. He's just, like crowning you. Congratulating you, I guess, pretty much. But
ladies and gentlemen,
it's a pretty
please
cool deal.
stand by as Michigan players rotate podiums.
We got one question.
Well, so did you see Brandon Trice on tape this week during the course huddle? And see the challenges there's going to be in watching him or maybe turning around and getting the catch over?
Yeah, no, he's a good player for sure. And, they got a lot of good players on their defense, got a lot of experience, well coached. So it's a great challenge ahead for us. But, we're ready to attack the challenge for sure.